don't need to find Trumpers. You need to fire your race baiters.
Yeah.
You need to fire the two races. You've had people. You had a McCain on there. You've had people on there before, and you ran them off. So the racist ones who want to stick to this, Whoopi and Sonny, and was it Bette Midler? What's her name? Yeah, broke-ass Bette Midler. Fire them and bring people in. Maybe you could get McCain to come back. She was a Republican, but every show and every break, she was nearly in tears because she was being attacked. You have to go after the racist people. Be the CEO goes, you know what? I'm not going to allow a woman on my show or man that will go after white America and talk about them like dogs. That doesn't represent our ideals or values.
When Tyrus and Greg Gutfeld team up like it's WrestleMania and the opponent is Whoopi Goldberg's final hope for credibility, what happens? You receive demolition instead of discussion. Hot takes turn into virtue signals, much like Red Bull-powered bumper cars. It won't be necessary to rebroadcast daytime TV after this. It will require treatment.
Whoopi Goldberg insisted that life in the U.S. is just as brutal as living in Iran. Well, in that case, lady, from now on, please cover your face.
Instead of walking in, Tyrus and Gutfeld used flamethrowers to perish it. Less political commentators, more killers of humor. They cut Whoopi's repurposed knowledge as thinly as uncooked tofu. The main dish, which was served cold, was hypocrisy. What was her reasoning unseasoned and raw?
It's become like a medical hospital that displays human misfailure. Like it's like here, let's look at this political oddity. You know, it's like it really is like the left-wing equivalent of a carnival sideshow, except instead of bearded ladies and fat clowns and two-headed cows. Well, let me rephrase that. But The View is a victim of
the initial death, her voice. Part bedtime tale, part emotional hostage scenario. That sweet, dramatic cadence. With each dramatic pause, Gutfeld turned it into a comedy. Tyrus transformed her hesitancies into full-fledged sketch comedy by using comedic timing. Are you at risk? It's more akin to decaf drama, warm, uninteresting, and quickly forgotten.
It wasn't for her. Like, if it wasn't for her asking that question, it might have been a closer election. But when oh no, nothing really comes to mind, I was like, ching. Listen, they're bitter, they're angry, they're entitled. They also should be. This should have been a reset for everyone who pushed lies and misinformation for the last. They called him Hitler, they call these things. America rejected them. And instead of coming back and saying, we lied, they instead are now doubling down. So let her keep doing it, because if she keeps that up, we're going to keep getting the Senate and probably the House and the White House, because people see right through your lies. So keep doing what you're doing.
Then started the collapse of rationality. Instead of disputing her logic, Gutfeld used a sledgehammer to conduct surgery as he led us through the remains. Tyrus said, this is where the argument started. And this is where it folded into itself like origami regret. Not only were her findings incorrect, but they also blamed the map despite taking a false GPS turn.
He once again has been caught being even dumber than we thought. Watch as she claims blacks in America have it worse than women in Iran. Roll it, Phyllis.
Let's just remember, too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Listen, here's the thing. Let's not do that, because if we start with that, we have been known in this country to tie gay folks to the car.
Where the Iranian regime is today, they do nothing compared to
hanging black.
Gutfeld-style tone policing follows. As if she were recounting a terrible IKEA handbook, he made fun of her delivery. Tyrus continued, you have a deep concern about what specifically? In slow motion, it was satire. Gutfeld's monologue included memes. Tyrus went on to explain, it's like telling the tow truck your car is fine.
Girls. Whoopi, you know you're on the very wrong side of history even when the fake Republican disagrees with you. I haven't seen Whoopi wave her fingers like that since someone offered her a salad. But apparently that's a technique for summoning the demon associated with talking out of your ass. Even Alyssa couldn't tolerate the examples Whoopi made out of thin air, or since it's Whoopi, fat air.
Then began the decathlon of emotions. Like beach balls at a TEDx retreat, outrage, shame, and empathy are all tossed around. Gutfeld created real-time emoji drawings. Tyrus deadpanned her sincerity is like a loud, short, and ignored push notification. The only thing to wonder is by what and for how long she says she's tormented.
Well, I just like to say that for the many people that I have tied to cars, I never ask them their sexuality.
Thank you.
Never once.
And that's very progressive of you.
Yes, happy Pride Month. Listen, I love... Whoopi's right. I mean, it's been rough for us. I mean, you saw what just happened in the last segment. I'm trying to talk, and all the white people are like, "That's Tyrus. Make a phone call." And it's.
How did that make you feel?
I felt very black.
Did you feel black?
Metaphors? Ambitious, ambiguous, and utterly disinterested. She said that if your worldview fits on a cocktail napkin, news cycles are like hurricanes. Gutfeld described it as follows. She's walking a tightrope in cliched slippers, the Tyrus? With a flare gun, she's lost in fog and not nearly clear. One clear take was all they wanted. Rather, she darted around areas like Wi-Fi during a thunderstorm.
Did you feel black?
It's word, Tyrus. Matt just started
By the way,
fingers for
thank
you.
God black people don't do that in audiences.
Yes, yeah. No, we just talk the whole time and tell you how to do your show better. Oh, that's what I get paid to do. But it's only in America can a black person sit on a TV show getting paid millions and millions of dollars to have the floor and can say, it can interrupt people because she interrupted her.
Yeah.
And if according to her, life was like in Iran, it was for black people, her interrupting and speaking in public would have led to a stoning.
Yeah.
Well, we're up and running another Tuesday, nothing special. Gutfeld smiled. Tyrus went after it. Don't quote me was the final phrase. After each let me be clear, they expressed pity for roughly 3 seconds before burning it. According to Gutfeld, especially when every opinion comes shrink-wrapped for applause, public life can be challenging. No microphone dropped. It retired because it was exhausted.
As dumb as the she just said, that she has an opportunity tomorrow. They won't fire her over that.
No.
She'll have an opportunity tomorrow to come on and fix it. Will she? She won't. But that's the thing about this country. Black, white, gay, straight, short, tall. Everyone's going to get hit with something. But the beauty about this country is there's always an opportunity for you to better yourself. So shame on you, Whoopi. Play the black card somewhere else because don't work here.
That grim delivery? Gutfeld described it as whirling, spinning, with no result, like a YouTube video that was buffering. The speech is an Oscar for a student film, Tyrus continued. There is no green light for this, presenting the pseudo-wisdom. It sounds profound until you hit the rewind button. It's like fortune cookies for corporate retreats, said Gutfeld. Tyrus, the thought the official scent of empty takes brought you today's truth.
Iranians living under an oppressive regime don't really have it that bad. Despite all the human rights abuses, Iranians might actually have it better than black Americans.
Right? And it's slow.
But let's just remember too, the Iranians literally throw gay people off of buildings. They don't adhere to basic human rights.
Here's the thing. Let's not do that because if we start with that.
Okay, and no matter how hard the other hosts tried to reason with Whoopi Goldberg, reminding her of how women are treated in Iran, nothing would stop her from continuing one of the most...
Next was the misinterpreted Oracle act, Whoopi, exhausted by her own goodness. Gutfeld, her moral compass is flashing red. Someone please plug it in. Tyrus mimed a fictitious prize, Best Lead in Acting Superior. It was a thesis-free TED Talk. She pleaded for applause, but she never gave an explanation. What does she think? Like lukewarm tea, but as hazy as horoscopes. Tyrus, she thinks her thoughts are scented candles, elegant label, not burned. Audiences nod as if it were modern art, Gutfeld said. If you don't understand, you are the issue. The exhibit is called Loudly Neutral. Tyrus reiterated, and courage, she reiterated what was already stated on Twitter. The formula was cracked by them. Open, ambiguous, arouse, whirring, reach a point of incoherence. Gutfeld, there is no music and a lot of noise, like a wind chime during a hurricane. Tyrus, I saw one monologue, so I saw them all. The only thing that changes is the illumination. There was no mic drop, only the soft murmur of denial that it wasn't roasted. Gutfeld sat back. I enjoy the roast, but seeing them act as though it never happened, that is the encore. Tyrus gave a nod, saying, and she still believes it was applause.